What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several very interesting and important news. First of all, I will show you some unanswered questions that we have on the table right now. Then I will continue with the news that is really amazing. I have to say that within the next several hours, Gary Gensler will be testified. But by the way, by the time this video will be published, I think everything will have already happened. Then I will show you how OCC can manipulate the option market, and I will show you that almost all of the brokers were fooled by the authorities back in December of 2022. And at the end of this video, I will show you a new potential ally that will definitely give a huge boost to our case. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think these videos are valuable for you. So let's start with these unanswered questions that were published by Junk Savvy. And I have to say that these questions on the one hand are extremely simple to answer, but on the other hand, because of the lack of answers, we can conclude that something is happening behind the scenes and someone wanted to hide this information. So let me quote one by one. Who listed the Series A preferred dividend to trade and why? Hint, wasn't the issuers. Next one, what is the share count? Not the issued shares, nice try, all open long positions. Next one, why did FINRA break their own Rule 6490 regarding the corporate action and U3 halt? Next one, who ordered the code red, U3 halt? Next one, the SEC and FINRA knew for over 2 years there was a problem, big problem, and failed to warn investors. Why? Why have SEC and FINRA refused to answer these simple questions even to Congress? If nothing is wrong, why can't they answer the questions? Why is MMTLP always the exception? We are warriors, we are not going away. And guys, these questions, as I already mentioned, are extremely important, and they will bring a lot of understanding of the current status, but definitely someone wants to hide this information. And let me show you who these groups might be. So, you can see that Gary Gensler 17 hours ago published this tweet. I'll be testifying tomorrow at 10 a.m. before Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on Financial Services. And he added this link, and I have to say that by the time this video will be published, this meeting will have already happened. And that is why, guys, I pretty much missed this news because of my time zone. The latest update was made just less than 24 hours ago, but this meeting might be very important for the entire retail community. And let me show you why. So, Junk Savvy 15 hours ago wrote this tweet. Senate Committee on Appropriations to review SEC budget requests in hearing tomorrow, Thursday, June 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. CAT implementation on the table. And this is the most crucial part of this meeting. Ask yourself why members of Congress are still trying to stop the CAT system. Call them, let them know retail investor information is already exposed. Full implementation of the CAT benefits retail investors with transparency. Who do they serve? And let me show you some more details that was published in regards to this news by Ryan Reynolds. Ryan wrote, this is happening tomorrow. The hearing is set for June 13th for HR 4551. Make this go viral. If you are for the CAT system that is going to uncover all illegal activities happening by market makers, hedge funds, dark pools, our government officials that are doing insider trading and help protect retail investors, then get off your collective asses, keyboards, phones, text messages, porn sites, and call to voice your concern to stop this bill from happening. They are rushing this because they are scared as F of what this hammer is going to bring down. War has been declared on retail investors. Retail is for the consolidated audit trail. You better bet your cat ass that I'm going to request a FOIA on the calls that are going to happen to that phone number. Text HR 4551, 118th Congress, 2023-2024. Protecting Investors' Personality Identifying Information Act, Library of Congress. And here is the link to this library. There are the Congress members that oppose the SEC.gov cats and declare war on retail. We also understand this will uncover their trading practices, which anyone in office should not be able to make insider trading and making tens to hundreds of millions in their public servant position. CAT system, many of the same names bought and paid for by Wall Street. We demand you leave the CAT system alone and let the SEC do their jobs. Over 7 billion share errors were found in a single day, thanks to consolidated audit trail. As it stands, market makers can share our personal information or the details in full with their hedge fund conglomerates to allow the front-running of trades and market manipulation. We prefer the data goes to the SEC instead. The Financial Services Committee is trying to disapprove of the new CAT consolidated audit system by not allowing the funding or ability to use this system. Retail investors, your constituents and supporters, need the CAT in full operations with no restrictions in order to stop the illegal and corrupt naked short selling that occurs every day in our market. They are using loopholes to cover tracks to remove themselves from the Reg SHO list, in clear view of the laws governing such acts of crime, collusion and corruption. Market makers, banks and hedge funds naked short companies into the ground by illegal means. I trust that you will do the right things and stand up for millions of retail investors. The criminal Wall Street entities should not be allowed to use naked shorting to rob retail investors, the American taxpayers and citizens, the backbone of the country, blind. We look to you to stand on the right side of history in this matter and not being distracted by graft or pressure. Thank you very much. A vote against the CAT system is a vote against American retail shareholders and declaring war on retail investors. You are looking down two barrels, lock and stock. Retail and Americans have had enough. I have included all Financial Committee members on this message. He added this text and he added a screenshot of a bill itself. Let me show you just the beginning of this bill. HR 4551. To prohibit the Securities and Exchange Commission from requesting that personally identifiable information be collected under consolidated audit trail reporting requirements and for other purposes. So, unfortunately, yes, we have this agenda, and unfortunately some of Congress members want to fight against this CAT system. Let me show you their names, and I have to say that, guys, some of the names are not so pleasant for MMTLP community, like this one, Representative Ralph Norman, and here is Pete Sessions. So, guys, unfortunately, it is what it is, and I don't want to comment on this, but definitely, we don't have allies or we don't have enemies. We have to solve our problem, and we should do it no matter what. So, let me show you another quite interesting update that was made by John Burda, and he refers to the tweet that was published by Inspector MC Bigums 18 hours ago. Let me quote you first of all what John Burda wrote. This is exactly what the OCC did with the options in TRCH. They told the option holders in a memo that they did not have to settle the Series A preferred, also known as MMTLP. This memo was issued to market makers by the OCC just before the dividend date, and retail had no clue. Poor collusion, in my opinion. This is not for the benefit of the general investing public, but rather those hedge funds and market makers gaming the system, who filed to get TRCH options to trade, and why just 4 weeks before the merger and dividend. And let me quote you the original tweet of AMC Bigums. He wrote, interesting timing on the OCC update. This couldn't have anything to do with Kitty and his contracts, could it? And we know that Roaring Kitty has a huge option position in GME stock. And here you can see the screenshot of the Chapter 8 exercise and settlement of OCC markets. And let me quote you this paragraph. OCC has authority to postpone settlement of any option on any type of underlying interest when OCC considers such action to be necessary in the public interest or to meet unusual conditions. And guys, in the opinion of market makers and hedge funds who want to rob the retail investors, this is definitely an unusual conditions, and that is why OCC can implement these actions against the major position, for example, of Roaring Kitty. That is why, again, this issue should be fixed, and we have to do it, and we have to push our case forward. On top of that, take a look right here. We know that back in December of 2022, November and December of 2022, the majority of broker-dealers made the statements that everything will be fine with MMTLP shares at least till December the 12th. And let me quote you this tweet that was written by MMAT News. Good morning, Paul T. Here's all the brokerages that told their customers they can sell their shares of MMTLP on the 9th and the 12th, it means December the 12th of 2022. FINRA stole those 2 trading days before market open on December the 9th. Even the VP of OTC market, where MMTLP traded on, said the same thing. And Meta News refers to their own tweet that was published on July the 30th of last year. And it says, communications with brokerages. Broker told their customers they can sell MMTLP on December the 9th and the 12th of 2022. Here is the screenshots of all of these conversations. On top of that, let me show you that RareDD has another set of screenshots from broker-dealers. And he wrote, here is Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Trading 212, Fidelity, Trade Zero, Interactive Brokers, all mentioning MMTLP position close only and liquidation activity after December the 8th of 2022. And guys, these screenshots are extremely important, and these screenshots might be used, in my opinion, they might be used as an evidence of the illegal actions from authorities' side. And definitely no one at the very beginning of December knew about this illegal U3 halt that FINRA implemented on December the 8th. And that is why a lot of retail investors were robbed by these actions. On top of that, let me show you this tweet that RareDD published 8 hours ago. Here's a Fidelity customer care representative telling a client on December the 12th that if it weren't for FINRA's U3 halt, they would be able to participate in position close only MMTLP trading. They aren't talking about new buys, just longs and shorts closing. And here is this conversation itself. On top of that, RareDD added, even if Fidelity had no plans to force liquidate, does anyone think the Fidelity sell orders that were under $200,000 per share would have somehow gotten skipped over in favor of filing these 1,000 E-Trade shares? And he refers to the screenshot that was made by Timeless team where he had, let me show you, a limit order of 1,000 shares at the price of $200,000, and this limit order has the status too late to cancel. This means by the definition of E-trade itself, this order should be executed. But unfortunately, Timeless team didn't receive any money because of this so-called trade. On top of that, Rare DD added. And in case anyone chimes in or has already chimed in with as there is no such thing as position close only in the market comment, imagine a fairly new brokerage like Robinhood having capabilities that the older, more established brokerages didn't. And we know that Robinhood implemented this, basically they turned off the buy button back at the very beginning of 2021 during the GME and AMC saga. And definitely they have all the power to do so. And RareDD is pointing out to this issue. So let me show you another very interesting and important news that might bring even more attention to our case. Mark Basil wrote this tweet just several hours ago. He said, Newsmax. Interesting that Newsmax intends to go public with Johnny Tobacco, Dennis Neal, and Chrisia Lanzo as show hosts and journalistic commentators may be exactly what MMTLP needs. An actual news organization that can provide a wide range of coverage on this issue. Why? Because the brokers and hedge fund will undoubtedly short Newsmax stock as well once it goes public. They are also covering DJT and David News. So, yes, guys, if this happens, we will have another ally on our side. Not on the side of MMTLP, but on the side of retail community in general. And with these hosts like Johnny Tobacco and Dennis Neal, we have all the chances to have a huge impact on the broader audience of retail investors, and we can scream loud about this problem. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna